So Renaissance decided to update their norms during the school year on November 15th, 2024. Why did they do this and how will it change the data you see? Norms is short for normative data. That is, it is data that compares your students' performance and growth on assessments to the performance and growth of other students across the nation. Examples of normative growth are students' percentile rank and grade equivalent. Both of these place the performance of your students in the context of a nationwide sample, so you can truly know how well they are doing compared to others. Let's walk quickly through an example of what impact this change will have on the data you saw before November 15th to what you will see on and after November 15th. Test score distributions look like a bell curve where most students are scoring at the 50th percentile. Here is a fourth grader who took the STAR reading assessment, scored a 1000, which put him right here at the percentile rank of 50, meaning he scored better than 50% of students nationwide. Here's another student. He scored a 993, which put him at a 45th percentile rank. Test companies like Renaissance use a single year of nationwide student performance to tie scale scores to percentile ranks. They then recycle those norms from one year to the next and occasionally update them about every 5 years or so. Before November 15th of 2024, Renaissance was using norms from 2018-19. That is the pre-pandemic test score distribution. So we have been comparing our students to pre-pandemic students. However, after the pandemic, student performance on most assessments, especially in secondary school, dropped quite a bit. This had the effect of shifting the test score distribution to the left as average test scores across the nation dropped. This new distribution is the post-pandemic distribution. With a new test score distribution, Renaissance had to assign new percentile ranks to the same scale scores for us to compare our post-pandemic students to the nation's post-pandemic students, which is really the purpose of having a normative metric anyway, like percentile ranks. If we look at the same two students, their new percentile ranks have gone up. The first one, student A, went from 45 to 50, and for student B, he went from 50 to 55. This is only an example of the differences you may see between old and new PRs, which could be different at different grades and in different subjects. It's important to note that criterion-based metrics, that is, metrics that quantify how much reading and math a student knows, such as scale scores, instructional reading levels, and metrics tied to future performance on the Smarter Balanced Assessment, will not change and still mean the same thing. However, metrics that place the student's results in the context of other students' results have changed, such as percentile rank, grade equivalency, the percent of students in each school benchmark level, since those are all tied to percentile rank ranges in Renaissance. Although we have not confirmed it, I would imagine fall to winter SGPs and fall to spring SGPs will also be adjusted, so we are comparing our students' post-pandemic growth to the growth of a nationwide sample of post-pandemic students. Applying new norms during the school year is not something that is normally done by assessment companies, since it creates a lot of confusion, as well as you having to watch this video to understand why your fall metrics have been changed. It's important to note that SGPs created for the Smarter Balanced Assessment are different from Renaissance in that they do not use norming tables. These SGPs are freshly calculated each year with current student data, which is one of the reasons it takes so long for you to receive them after spring testing is complete. We hope this video is helpful and feel free to reach out to the assessment office if you have any questions.